Yo, Simone, 21. I do architecture and born and raised in London, but studied abroad, so you'll hear the accent here and there.
I'm Jay, I'm a promoter, I do music, and I also do security. I'm from Jamaica, born and raised. I live in South London.
I'm Janice. I am 27 years old. I study film at university. I'm also an actress and I work in the hospitality industry. I also I work in the hospitality industry. I was born in Jamaica and raised in London.
I'm from East London. I'm not going to tell you where I work or what I do for work, but know that I work. You'll probably know later on at some point, and that's so tune in, stay tuned. I'm from East London, I'm Jamaican, and yeah.
Wally Payadi. So each and every week, we're gonna, as a whole, we're the Consumables. Each and every week, we're gonna hold a different podcast. Each person's podcast is gonna have a different name. Mine will be free chat.
You won't know about mine just yet, but stay tuned, yeah?
Yeah, mine's about deep black history still. You know, I'm trying to open some discussions. I'm trying to, see different points of views of, what our history was or what our history is, who we were back in the days before slavery. I want to hear what the people across the nation, across the world has to say about this topic. Do you get me? Because I feel like we're not discussing this enough. Like, when black people think about our history, all we go back to is the recent history of slavery. But what were we doing before that? Like, you get me? What were we doing before that? I'm hearing that we were kings and queens and all of these different things. Like, where is the archaeological proof and all of these different things? Like, you get me?
Stay tuned and take that deep dive with us.
My episodes will be centered around wellness and like personal growth. Also some current events, like current topics that will be going on, but primarily centered around like growth and like entrepreneurship and just wellness really. Those are the things that my guests will be able to speak to you about. Mine will be about the future, what youngins are doing nowadays, listening back to old tunes, anime, comics, movies, yeah, you name it.
Yeah, so in my episode, I'm going to be talking about more social stuff, more trending topics. Might pick something from like a different social media platform each week. Probably bring in some people from the music industry, like artists or maybe dancers, just to see what it's like being an artist in the industry in the UK. Talk about life experience and just general stuff.
Man, I'm moving reckless on the road.
You said, I heard you say wellness. That's something I'll be interested in. Yeah, definitely. You say wellness, now what do you mean by that?
Wellness, just like mind, body and soul, not to get all hippy-dippy, but like just really just taking care of your mind. Like sometimes people, like for example, mental health, but not really, more so the techniques you can use to like get through them times, like about your body, good food. Like wellness is really everything, like making sure your whole self is good so you can be able to like be your best self in the world, because especially if you live in the city or in this like current society, like you have to constantly be going, constantly have to be making money, constantly have this obligation, that obligation, constantly consuming all of these things and just not really be able to hear your own voice and like focus on your needs. So I think self-love, that's it, 100% self-love, all of those things. So what you eat, what you can entertainment you consume, like all of those things really.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely tuning in.
Yeah. Get some facts out there as well, because it's like there's stuff that we know. You've gone to school, we've got education, we've all got education on certain things, and then there's also life experience. Life experience trumps everything. That's what I say anyway.
Yeah.
Because trust me, what they teach us in school, I ain't used much of that since I've been out.
But that's true though. Like really, they should be teaching about life skills and like
And
how to deal with certain things.
the fact that they don't teach financing in school,
Crazy.
they're robbing us.
That's
They
crazy.
do not want to know that working for someone or even renting a house to pay someone else's mortgage is not right. It's going backwards on yourself.
They just recently did it in America, like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they don't want us to know. They want us to think.
In terms of teaching finance.
What they want us to learn, what they want us to think is working, what, 300 days for the year. Say you get 65 days off and you don't, but say you get 65 days off. You work 300 days for the whole year to get paid 12 times for that whole year. Like, that maths does not add up to me, because that maths does not make sense. To give them so much time in a year, and remember as well, if you work more than like say £2,000 a month, yeah, the tax man is taking 4 bills. So you see me, I used to do security, I used to do 190 hours per month, or even more, 200 hours per month, and I'm getting paid up say 14 or 15 pound an hour. I'm seeing nearly 4 grand a month. But ask me if I ever see 4 grand. I see 3,200 or 3,050 pounds. Like, it's never that full amount. The tax man take. So you know what I did? I calculated my hours back to how much to make him only get like 2 bills or a bill 50, and I just
how
worked
much is
that.
cool for you?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because the more you work, you know, how they've set the system, the more you work is the more tax you pay.
Yeah.
And they tend to tell you get it back in pensions and whatever when you're older. But what if you die before you reach pension age? Then you will never see that money, bro.
But that's
so the whole system, the whole system right now, bro.
easy. That's the thing. I genuinely do not feel, and I don't feel these things are like the system, or it's there for people to actually win or to actually make it up. It's not. Because if it was, it would not be like, oh, okay, so if you earn this amount, then you have to pay like double this, or this increases. Like, it's not there for people to win. Like, it's very hard to be, especially like a young, I say this day and age, like to be a young person, like the rent prices that it is, like the fact that if you can find like a place for 500 a month, that's good. And even if you're getting 500, it's a box room with like barely anything.
Or the worst environment possible.
It doesn't make sense. And like the constant rise of like the cost of living, but nothing else is rising in terms of how much we're gonna make or making jobs like for that people can easily access. Like, it's not there for you to win. Like, it's just so frustrating.
What do you not think about this whole? See, when I just came to this country, I came here in 2005 December. When I came here, I remember getting a job was getting a good CV, walking around, going to the shop, speak to the manager, get word of mouth out. But now, this whole online process, what do you not think about the online process and trying to get a job? And
I still don't think that's a big thing as it is. Like, I feel like people still use word of mouth and connections to get into places that they want to get into.
Well, it depends, because to have a career job, you can't just get the connection thing anymore, because they want to see like qualifications, 5 year work history and all of this.
I guess it depends on what type of career you're talking about, because people usually get into somewhere and then find a career path in that place. Because for instance, the place, alright, cool, you're gonna find out where I work. The place I work now is a bar and a restaurant. I used to work at the bar for like a year or something. I won't think about, I'm gonna become a chef or anything like that. Then somehow, you know, God's grace and that, I got into the kitchen and now I'm a chef. So
Stepping it up.
that's a career path. I didn't say plan what it came. So yeah, it depends on what connections and word of mouth and all of that. Still, I feel like that's still.
But do you think it's easy on the whole, comparing to back in the day when you just handed the CV, spoke to the manager, you know, right there and then if you've got an interview or if you've got the job? Because the whole system of the online, then you get that automated email saying, we've gotten your application. If you haven't gotten a reply from us in 2 weeks, you know, this time you was unsuccessful. And after that, you never get that here.
Do you never get it? I've ever applied for like an online job online. So I wouldn't.
Me, I don't know, because when I came here, like I was young, so I wasn't really applying for jobs like that. But I'm thinking back of when I was my first job, it was more so like going in, giving the application, them kind of things there. So the process was quicker, I would say. But with the online thing, I feel like it's easier to access a broad amount of jobs, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
That's the main thing. Whether you would get that, it just, I guess it depends.
So your online reach, you're saying, is far further than if you would walk to, like, say, Lewisham or whatever your town.
That would be quicker. Do you know what I mean? That process there is quicker than like online. But
yeah, because you have to remember as well, first impressions count. So like online, you're not getting like a first impression visually anyway. Of I see the person, yeah, he looks the part, she looks the part, let's give him the role. It's more interesting that when you meet someone in person, give them your CV and you know what I mean? Rather than online, they got to go through everyone else's CV.
Everyone else's.
What's the difference between yours and
another?
They're just gonna pick the one that looks the best.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like
probably
the shortest one
maybe
to talk about,
you may have like all these things, but you don't have the characteristics of the person of what they like. If there's a person who may have had this experience in this department, but are they able to work on their own confidently? Are they able to work as a group on them aspects that you actually need? And I think it's like, connection is a big thing, especially if you've got like a specific industry that you're trying to break through. Like for example, me, film industry, acting industry. That is, I think, connection plays so much, because you're gonna need to know, like, if this person may have like a project that you can work on, or this can lead you to like an audition or like. I guess it depends on the industry you're trying to really focus to get into.
I feel like you guys have it good, but like, dude, it's quite different when you're in America now.
What's the
more like everyone knows it's American dream, everyone knows it's television and all that. You can get everything online for interviews, but it's kind of hard out there when you're not one of them.
Yeah.
If you're chosen as one of them. I felt like more of an outsider kind of type thing. So it's just like you have to be able to consistently work, but they're not showing you off of that type stuff. So I feel like it's more on even the background, especially the background.
I feel like that's why it boils down to as well, like building something for your children. Definitely, your children's children. Like, you get me? Even with your motivational speeches, I'm sure you told them random, yo, get off the roads.
Yeah, I try to tell everyone that all the time. I try to show them that, like, you know what it is? We're not our environment. I don't believe in that. We are what we want to be. You get me? Because where I came from and my background, I was told I was meant to dead before 16. I'm now 32. Double that. You know what I'm saying? So you are what you choose to be. You get me? And a lot of these youths think that the fast life and chop and being outside and gunman, skengman, they feel like that's the life. But that's the life that leads you to one path. You get me? There's also another life. And I'm not saying everybody has to work. You can be an entrepreneur, and I don't mean selling weed. You understand? That same effort and that same business sense, mindset that you use to run a weed line or whatever you lot call it, you can use it sell some hats, design some hats, design some clothes, do some printing. Something can work. You understand? Something else can work. Everybody don't have to work or do 9 to 5 or be a policeman or a doctor or a nurse. But I'm just saying the trap thing is not for everyone either.
Just make sure
a lot of mums are losing their sons. Good youths. Youths with 7 GCSEs out here because what? They feel like this is quicker. Man, they're dodging college and uni because they feel like being on the road, shotting a 3-5 and being able to smoke and be a man for a couple of hours. Like, they feel like that's the life. Like in longevity, that life, it leads to jail. Unless you're really smart, that it leads to jail. Or worse.
Yeah, I feel like the environment plays a big part in it. I'm not gonna lie. And I think it depends, especially if you're a young child, it depends on the kind of parents and the kind of household you're living in. It can still even be, because if you could be in a strict household and then that will push you to do other extremes. I'm not saying like, but I feel like the type of parents that we have and the things that you see will influence you to either go down certain decisions. For example, if for me, I can only speak of like being like in London because that's where I spent the majority of my childhood, in it. So I feel like for me, who grew up in North London, there's a lot of, in the time that I was going to school and things like that, a lot of knife crime, a lot of stabbing, all these things. But the majority of the guys were around. If that's all you're seeing, and you're seeing those people sort of like make money, or they have a sort of dominance or power, unfortunately kids aspire to be that. But there's very far and few between those inspirational people that will be able to be like, listen, that's not really, that's not what you need to go to. But in like social media, it's everywhere. Like, it's not, we feed off of negativity as a people, do you know what I mean? And unfortunately the kids do see that, and if they are around that, that's unfortunately where they may end up, the path they may end up taking. Unfortunately, they have to feel it the harder before realizing that this is not here. Because if you're not being fed, and the thing is, it's also a self-esteem thing as well, because sometimes those people don't even believe that they could do anything, or can see that they can be better than that. Do you know what I mean? That they don't have to actually do that. I think it's like when you think this is all that you can do, that's all that you don't even see the scope of, I can go Cambridge, I can do this, I can be anything I want to be. Like, I can be even a job that you ain't really like. For example, when I was growing up, there weren't many people that wanted to be lawyers. There weren't many people that wanted to, like, even in the film industry, because that wasn't something you thought you could do. Especially being a person of colour, that's not something you think. For me, or being in the film industry, that's never something I even considered, because I didn't think that was form who I am. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So we just need to reinforce confidence. I think in kids, even if they are around that, let them know that they can do anything. There's no glass ceiling unless you put it there.
Definitely.
And then I think that can,
it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a vibe too.
It's always gonna be a vibe, The talk ain't gonna be too debate, there's no wrong and right, So we're just gonna keep it free flowing. Everybody can voice their opinions, or listen and move forward from there.
Yeah.
So stay tuned with the Consumables and more coming soon.
Yo, please shout out to everyone in here. But please follow on our Instagrams. Mine _beyond. Check me out.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram called J_Chromes and J_Matic on Snapchat.
Me, follow me on these two places: Instagram, Janice J, and also YouTube, Janice J as well. YouTube's looking a bit, but more videos on vlogs and things like that will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that also.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you the Insta still. That's jbrown_479.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Please don't forget to leave that bell up, bro. We need all the notifications so you can see what we're doing next. Yeah,
there's a lot more to come, so stay tuned. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. Big up yourself.
Check out all our social media links in the description and down below.